In this demo, we are going to show you how to use the MCP technology, and also in the solution we're going to import some tag provider from the MQTT Built-in Broker, and also do a basic display and query some questions to the Cloud AI. So let's start by going to Data Explorer and running our built-in broker. We also run the simulator, which will generate some data for us. Here we can see the Barcelona, the panel, all the values here changing, and we are going to map the whole information to our tag provider service. So doing that, we bring this information to the application. And to use that application, we can come here in the Unify namespace, asset tree, and create a new folder. So let's call it Europe. In the Europe folder, we are going to insert data from the tag provider. So here we can see the tree we just saw in the other page, and here we have access to all the information we imported. We can check here, all the information can be seen here. So let's just rename cities to Spain. Now that we already have the data in our solution, we're going to add the scripts that make possible to use the MCP tool. For that, we go in Scripts, Classes, and create a new class. So we select the SolarPanels MCP, which already contains the MCP server. And here we can see that we have two methods. The first one, get solar panels power output. So this can be queried using this description here in the Cloud AI, and it needs a parameter to pass. So when you make your question to the AI, you have to pass as a parameter the location, which by default is Spain. There's also another method here that make possible to send data from the AI to the application. And for that, we just need to create this tag here called message. So we come here, new tag, message, and this will be a text. Okay, once it's created, you just uncomment these lines here. Save, and okay, now we are able to use the MCP. So let's create just a basic display so we can visualize the data we have. So come here in the display draw, add a new document, go in miscellaneous, and import this page here. Okay, now we have it imported. So we go in the displays, layout, and set the page to be our main page, our first page when opening the application. Okay, now we are able to run the solution. Okay, we are running the solution. You can expand the tree here and see that we have data flowing from Barcelona. And okay, now that we already have all the data in our solution, the MCP server configured, we need to query them using the Cloud AI. So for that, let's open the Cloud AI. I open it here, And okay, the first thing that it's necessary is that the solution is running before opening the Cloud AI. So make sure that the Cloud AI is closed so you can open it after the solution is already running. And once it's open, we go here in File and Settings, and we are going to the developer settings, which will allows us to configure what solution we need to access and get information from. So okay, let's go one more time here. Okay, it's open. So let's go in developer, and we see we already have it configured here, but I'll show you the configuration by going edit config, and it will open this code here where you configure what is the solution you want to get and send data to. And here you define the name of the solution, which we are in the SolarPanels MCP Demo. Here's the path to this executable that can be found in the product installation, the IP, the port, and the rest is default. So okay, let's save this, and it may be necessary to restart the Cloud AI when you do a new setting here. So make sure that you close it all and open it again. But okay, let's now create a new conversation and change the Opus 4.1, and we can see here in the connectors that we have the SolarPanels MCP Demo. We can manage this connector and go in configure, and here you can also change the permission to always allow your questions. Otherwise it will ask you before executing some action. So okay, now that it's configured, we can start a new conversation. And for that, let's make some questions. So the first question will be, what is the server system monitoring uptime of the SolarPanels MCP Demo? Let's use the Opus 4.1 and let's send the message. Okay, so you can see here that we pass as a parameter this string here. So this is what our method receives there. And it says that we are running for 4 minutes and 7 seconds. So it's correct. Okay, let's go and query another question. Returns the solar panel's power output in Spain. Okay, sent. Let's wait for the answer. You can see here that we send as a parameter the Spain and we get the results here. So okay, the AI respond, and now what we are doing so far is to collect data from the application, but we can also send data to the application. And let me do a query here which says to send a message to the solar panels operator in Barcelona congratulating them for their good job. It can be HTML or SVG with a beautiful full page. So once we do that, we expect that this board message here receives the response from Cloud. Okay, let's send this. And this can take a little longer because the message is the whole HTML or SVG, and we can see it doing the construction here. So this is expected to be a visual and nice image in the solution. So let's wait for that. Okay, so it's perfect. It sent successfully this message to our application. So let's check if the message is actually there. Okay, so if we open our display here, we can see that the message is here. Okay, so this is our MCP demo, and we wanted to show you how to use the basics of MCP, but you can also add other methods to that script, which contains all the methods from the MCP, and you can manage your data, you can send data to the application, and that's it. Thank you.